Assume.
Hello! We are from Don't Do Frogs, and we haven't posted in like 5 flipping years.
More like
just kidding. We
specifically
haven't
2.
even been. Yeah.
There's no better way to start than having a video where we're eating and sick.
It's me,
gonna be
Jess.
great.
We got Winzy over here.
Hey.
We got
PickleStomper.
PickleStomper.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play a game called Crimson Gray. I almost forgot. This is how long it's been. I kind of know what's going on for at least the first, 40 minutes of the game-ish in that area, depending on how fast we go. But these two have no idea what's going on.
No.
So, we just played, the first 2 sentences, and then we were like, oh shoot, we should record. So now we're recording. So,
Here we are.
they already heard me say, the first few sentences, so
And
don't
you
be
missed me
surprised.
guess what was gonna happen before it
She
happened.
did totally... No, I don't know if that happens, but, you got what I meant by when I said relatable person. She was like, he's gonna kill himself. I don't know if he does.
The first line, though. Look at the first line.
And
Yeah,
I'm
I
apparently
got here. I was like, he's gonna kill himself.
I'm concerned for this man.
Me too. And also, I'm eating, so, don't judge my voice if it changes, because I'm hungry, and I'm not gonna wait. So, I'll reread what I said before. John had always thought of himself as a stable person. I'm not gonna do a voice for John, because life, and I want him to be me. Stability worked out well when he was just trying not to let the little things get him down. It wasn't so great when everything was crumbling around him. When the entire world started seeming gray and flat, then he began wondering if all that stability would kill him, and if he would care when it did. There weren't any highs or lows anymore. Whatever happened to him, John didn't feel happy or sad. He just
felt crimson gray.
Yeah.
No credits.
Alright, here's my attempt. I already made a voice, and I don't know if I can redo it. Hey. No, that's not the voice.
Hey.
Hey.
You want to do
Hey,
that?
I'm walking in.
What are you doing? Space it out, man.
Alright, that's classmate 1. So, you're classmate 1.
Okay.
You want to do classmate 2, or you want me to do it? There's also a girl, so I don't know how much you talk, so I haven't gotten very far.
What?
There's also a girl later, if somebody wants to be the girl.
Cool.
So I'm gonna be John.
I guess
So
I'll
it
be the
is
girl.
John.
I don't want to give her too many voices because she's sick.
Yeah. I don't think the girl talks a whole lot as far as I know.
Cool.
So,
You're a real head case these days, John.
You gonna float away on us?
Sorry. Just distracted. I'm not doing any voice for John. He's just gonna be me. I'm super relating to John, so he's me right now.
Mood.
A moment later, he started drifting away again. Even his friend's voice were nothing but buzzing in his ears, meaningless sounds echoing in his hollow shell.
Oh, you know what's good when they have all the adjectives.
They weren't even really his friends. They were friends with the happy-go-lucky person he'd been at the beginning of high school. That's
my
depressing. That's literally me, though.
This is angst.
Why is
and,
this me?
Is he okay?
These days, they joked about him being no fun, but it was more than a joke. They'd get tired of him, find someone else, and then he'd be alone.
You don't know that, though.
He wasn't sure whether or not what would be worse.
Yeah, whether... I get what you mean.
Well, pickle.
Pickle!
Whoa. Who's that creepy chick staring at us?
Oh my god.
She doesn't talk right now, so don't worry about it.
Cool.
That's you.
I think she is. Who is that anyway?
Lizzie does. I think in our year, right? John, doesn't she have math with you or something? Sorry.
Who the hell is this?
It took John. It took John a second to even register the question. They were staring at some girl who was staring back at them.
Oh, she's pretty. Oh, excuse me.
She looks the same as all the other girls in their school. Hey, she's the only thing not gray right now, okay? Let's be real. Shyer, maybe. She could probably hear them talking about her. He wanted to say something, but kept silent. You know,
Damn, she really is. She is really staring. Where, though?
Some words you're not gonna have to say. I'm not gonna make you say it. You can just be like, bleep, or like...
No, I got it. It's cool.
Something.
Wait,
Pickles.
is she staring at us, John? Or wait, us or John?
I think it's him. Do you think she's a stalker?
Lizzie's just ... right now. So she's like... That's a good thing.
Yeah, those are some crazy eyes. Haha. But watch out, John.
You're a real sad sack these days, but you can do better than her.
Wow,
oh my God,
Rob,
no, she's really
I know.
Mood.
Shut up. The words were past his lips before he could stop them. Why did he have to open his mouth now of all times?
That was really good mac and cheese.
But he couldn't let them keep talking about her like that. People called him creepy or crazy all the time, and he hated it. But after those 2 words, he just stood there like an idiot. Mood! Even when something mattered to him, he couldn't pull himself together.
What's wrong with you, man?
Don't say things like that about people you don't know. She's just hanging out up here like we are.
No. She's giving us some serious crazy eyes.
I mean, her eyes literally changed. Like, she has new eyes now. Like, would she put in her contacts? Did she put her contacts in?
I don't know.
The dull lifeless eyes that she had earlier. Just put
No.
those contacts in. Hey!
Hey, I can see.
Now I don't look like the other girl.
Just leave her alone, okay? She hasn't done anything to you.
Big man.
Jeez. Hey, man.
You think she's gonna fall in love with you as your handsome protector or something?
Oh my God.
Who are these classmates?
I
Haha.
have no
That'd
idea.
be just like John.
How did they get
Such
into
a player.
school?
Oh no! Alright.
You want to talk to the crazy girl? Be our guest. We're heading back to class so we can just slack off and not do anything productive with our lives. How dare you guys? Jesus.
McDonald's represent.
They're gonna get a job at McDonald's. We'll have to visit them later in the series. Hey guys, I'm at McDonald's.
Don't wait up, man.
I like
Have fun at
McDonald's.
McDonald's. The way her eyes moved, John thought that she was focused on him so intensely that she might not have even heard what the other said. Did it even bother her? He wished she could be like that, instead of the smallest of things sending him crashing into a state of worthlessness. But maybe she was like him, just capable of hiding him. John cleared her throat and walked up to check on her. Hey, I'm sorry, I'm a smoker.
Clear your throat, John.
I'm sorry, I'm a smoker.
You need a drink of water, John.
I'm a smoker, it's okay.
Don't wait up, John.
I do this all the time, man. Hey, sorry about that. I'm sorry, I'm a smoker. They can be jerks sometimes. Well, guess I don't have to say. I have a lot to say. Sorry, I guess I'm a smoker. You don't like smokers, I guess. Sorry if we bothered you. John slunk away and cursed his own idiocy. She had been fine without him. He just made everything worse.
You don't know that.
There had been something hard in her eyes, a strength he didn't have. He had probably been projecting all his weaknesses onto her in the first place. She wasn't like him, wasn't broken. She could shrug off the things his friends had said and get on with her life.
But, like, you don't know that, though.
Well, she was going up there waiting for y'all to leave so she could go.
I
don't know, okay? I don't know. This is John, this is me, this is what I perceive in my everyday life.
But that's what I was thinking as soon as she was up there. Like,
Alright, guys, this is my fantasy, okay? And John and I am depressed and, like, alright. At least that meant she could shrug off his annoyance, too. She'd probably just forget all about him.
Oh, now it's colorful.
Thank you.
Oh my god!
She smiled!
Oh no, she's so cute.
Can I use my normal voice for her?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
cool.
you
You're
can.
so kind. Such a kind person. The kindest person. The only person.
Alright, that's kind of creepy now. Oh god, that is creepy.
I found you. I finally found you. I found you. Found you. Found you.
Oh shit.
Oh, I'm so happy I got her.
Did you guys figure out what type of game this is yet? Just watch the screen.
Ah! I'm scared.
Did you figure out
Oh,
what type
God.
of game this is now? Did
Oh,
you
God.
figure it out?
Yes.
Oh god, I'm freaking.
This
No.
is a Yandere
I
love
can't
story.
do this!
I love Yandere.
Yeah, that's why I picked this game when I watched it.
Oh my god.
The teacher's voice was incomprehensible, but John knew he must be picking it up on some level. He wasn't sure how, but even though he stumbled through every day, he was doing okay in school. He could seem normal whenever he wanted to, it just didn't feel worth it. That was almost the worst part. He seemed normal even though nothing was normal anymore. It wouldn't ever be normal again. Literally normal said so many times.
Is he okay?
Her pineapple.
What's going on?
What did Miss Smith say? High functioning depression. Such an awful, empty phrase.
Me.
Miss Smith is apparently a man. The way that I said that. Alright. She smokes more than I do. At least class was over now. He could go home, sleepwalk through his assignment, and then fall unconscious. At least for a few hours. Then he became aware of him.
What was that sound? I actually got freaked out for a second.
She was watching him. It's her! She's here! She's after me! I'm John!
Oh my god.
My name is Jess, but I'm John. It's okay. Maybe she wanted to thank him? No, he was being stupid. He'd done nothing worth thanking. More likely she wanted something from him, or most likely of all, maybe she didn't care about him and he was imagining the whole thing.
Honestly, I thought it was hallucinating.
She was still staring, though. Alright, now we have options. I'm gonna let you figure that out. Ignore her, lose her in the hallways, glare at her, smile at her, or go talk to her. I already know what I would pick, but I'm letting it up to you guys.
Glare her doesn't make sense for John.
Yeah, he's not the glaring type.
And he already tried to talk to her before she ignored him. So I feel like he would be too scared to do it since he already made the try to do that before.
Yeah, but she keeps staring at him.
Oh,
Maybe.
Because that's why he talked to her in the first place, because she kept staring at him.
Well, if he did that before, we just had to go talk to her.
Or. Oh.
Bless you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Like I said, I'm sick. But here's my sick brain. Maybe you should smile.
You want to smile or talk to her? Either one.
I want her to be more in love with me, so she kills like all the love with you, so she kills all the girls.
Be in love with me!
Smile, so he loves you so much
Smile or
that
talk?
she kills. No, we gotta be like, alright, no, let's be an F boy. Let's smile at her.
Smile at her?
Yeah, let's be F boys.
Winzy, come back.
I'm coming back.
Alright, we chose to smile at her.
That's so
Okay.
much better now.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Her expression was impossible to read. Was she shy? Was she embarrassed for him?
Notice me,
Either
senpai.
way, he doubted it mattered. He needed to get to his appointment anyways. He didn't want Miss Smith,
Ooh, yeah,
the
I'll be Miss Smith.
smoker, getting mad at him
Yay!
again. Miss Smith was one of the only people John could focus on. He wasn't sure how much good she actually did him aside from prescribing medicine,
Oh, I guess
but
she's
at
a
least she
psychopath.
tried to help. Yeah. This is Miss Smith.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was eating.
Put my cherry chapstick on.
You mean I should be putting lipstick on like,
Hello, Miss Smith.
Oh, wow.
Do you want to be Miss Smith or...
I'll do it.
Okay. Pickle. Is she like a pickle? Is that why you want to stop her?
Stop!
Her text isn't green. All right. Anyway.
Stopping before marriage.
Mm.
My trash. Okay, you talk.
Oh my god. Oh, right. John, you're not looking so bad today. Did something good happen? A boy your age ought to be more interested in girls. Are you dating someone? Why would I go right with that?
I don't know. No, I can't focus on people.
I'm supposed to be a psychiatrist.
Yeah, I don't think this is helping.
Maybe I could prescribe you something for that. Why?
I don't
What?
know.
What? This doesn't make... No, she's mad because I'm questioning her position as a psychiatrist.
I don't know why that popped up, but
Okay.
sorry for the interruption.
We don't have any on hand right now, but I could get it quickly. That's an advantage of having koi tech. Oh my god, they're not even trying to be subtle. Koi tech in town. Koi, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Oh my god.
I don't want to take this medicine anymore. I'm just using cigarettes instead. I don't think that it's working. Oh.
Maybe that's why everything's gray. It's 'cause you're the Paxatine? But that's the first one you've really responded to. Well,
No.
of course, it also depends
I
on how
need
long
more.
you've been using it.
I need more cigarettes.
No. John, no.
Feel worse. Everything is so gray. Voices just echo. Can I go back to a generic medicine?
John, you need to understand that you are deeply, clinically depressed. It's my professional opinion that you should under no conditions go off your medication. Now, hold on, I'm gonna stop you here. First of all, you gotta listen to your patient. If he's not feeling good, maybe you should try something else, but it also depends on how long he's been on the medicine. And if he's talking that everything's great and he doesn't feel good, you know, again, maybe you should try something else.
Because, you know, everyone responds to medication differently. So it's like we're different people, different genetics, different bodies.
Yeah, I mean, it is true you shouldn't go off of your medication. You need to wean yourself off of
Exactly.
it, not cut it exactly. But still, I'm disappointed in you, Mrs. Smith.
It depends on how much they're giving him. Like, if it's a little bit, yeah, you could just go off because there's not, like, a whole lot to wean off if it's just a little bit.
Yeah.
And you're right, they also don't tell you how long he's been on it.
I have no idea.
He could be on this a week, a year, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they talk about this later in the game, like the medicine, but I don't, I haven't gotten very far, so.
Okay, but
as of all I know,
I don't agree.
I
like your outfit, though.
Profession head. Isn't she hot? Is that like a turtleneck sweater? Like,
why is she wearing a turtleneck?
Is it freezing outside? Like, the girl we saw earlier was in, like, a regular school uniform with a skirt.
I don't know.
Why is she so cold? We're inside.
Yandere's don't feel cold.
Yeah, but she's not Yandere. There's the other girl.
I said the other girl.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't feel the cold.
Alright.
When you're getting used to a medication, there can be some initial side effects. Sometimes things have to get worse before they can get better, okay? Listen!
It seems like it's kind of newish. The way that she's saying it seems like
there can be some initial side effects.
That makes it seem like you just recently started taking...
That is
maybe
true.
he's like a week or two in or something, or like a month or something.
I guess that is true. You have to kind of wait it out a little bit.
You have to see if it's
If there
actually
is no improvement, though, then obviously.
Yeah.
But, true, though, there could be, you know, detrimental, or more like slightly negative side effects before you're a little bit better. But
It's just the drug kind of adapting to your body. Once the body kind of adapts to it, then it's like, you can possibly see some effects, so.
yeah.
Pickle's trying to win some money over here. He's
So
doing the lottery.
Here,
Just
let's
scratching
go.
up.
No, I'm kidding. I'll read
What?
some more.
Alright.
Yeah, what else was I expecting
Literally
you to say?
me, though. Like, this is so relatable because I would trust my doctor and be like, okay.
Me, I'd be over here like, hello?
Be like, okay, I trust you. All I heard was that he was too broken for any drug to fix me. He was so worthless, even the newest drugs from Koitek didn't do anything.
Renew your Paxatine, there you go, Paxatine prescription and see about getting you a complimentary drug. We'll figure this out yet, John. Now, hold on a second. You shouldn't get a complimentary just yet until you're solid on the Paxatine. Once you're solid on that, then you can try something else. You don't put both at the same time. That doesn't... I don't know. It doesn't jive well with me. But anyway, continue.
Ugh. Okay.
You gotta speak up, man. Alright. Now, why don't you lie down over there and we can begin our session. Good. Get comfortable. This is gonna be one heck of a ride. Did anything special happen during the day? Does she know?
I have no idea.
Does she know about any of this, is my question.
Maybe it's her daughter. I don't flipping know.
That'd be scary. No, I don't think so. They have different last names.
No, it was a normal day. The therapy session quickly fell away into a meaningless buzz. For a short time, at least, he didn't feel the emptiness.
Oh, he just needs someone to talk to.
Yeah, he really just needs to talk to somebody. I don't necessarily see that the medicine is doing anything for him. I think he needs to go off the medicine. If everything is, like, literally gray, he needs to go off the medication.
Well, again, you know.
Lean off, yeah. He needs to... I don't think that's a good side effect.
I mean... Again, though, if they are initial side effects, let's say he's been taking it for a week, he should at least have to take it for, like, about a month or so to see how
I agree. At least a month. But, like, if it's been a month and, like, a few weeks...
And this is still happening?
Yeah, no. He should stop if that's the case.
But, of course, we don't know his state before this point.
He said he was a happy-go-lucky person before, remember? When he was talking about the classmates?
Yeah,
He was like, I was a happy-go-lucky person at the beginning of the year.
You have another coin. Gonna scratch this,
So,
too.
I don't know. Finally, or too soon, it was over. Miss Smith told him he was doing well and sent him on his way. John slumped back home. Oh, he wasn't even in his house. Okay. I thought it was his house.
No, I don't think so. You usually visit somebody else, I think.
Oh. John slumped back home. The house was empty, like it always was. Ever since his mother left, his father spent all his time working.
Oh, well, that's something, I guess.
He did his homework, he ate, he cleaned the dishes, he sat down in front of the TV and stared at it without turning on. Literally more productive than me, though.
Literally.
Somehow,
Ooh, nice.
he dragged himself to the bed and fell asleep. The routine used to be comforting, but now it was starting to erode his sanity. His mind had to crack eventually. Maybe it was already happening. For a second, he thought he saw a girl out the window.
Oh, shoot.
For a second, he thought he saw a girl at the window.
I'm scared.
I had to reread it for Pickle.
How does he know?
She was scratching off ladders, and then she was like, wait, and she looked up. But no, there was nothing. Of course there wasn't. He really was losing it. I like the music.
Yeah,
Oh, shoot.
it's kind of grating on me, though, already.
I like it. It's like fits the tone. Another day. He had to face it somehow. It seemed impossible until the moment he finally stumbled into class. School was the usual mindless buzz. There was a job fair announced in the third period, as if that meant anything at all. Almost everyone in their school would either go to work for Koi Tech, move away, or stay in town and become unemployed.
I'm interested about this Koi Tech, honestly.
Yeah. We're rolling!
A lot has happened.
We took a little break. You're probably gonna notice.
You should watch PewDiePie's year review. It's really good.
We were just watching it, and like, cause we were finishing eating and everything, and yeah, we were watching it, and they haven't seen it, but I have, so.
By the way, if you buy Lint's like Christmas chocolates where it's bunnies and Santa,
It's hollow. I was so mad.
Anyways,
I'm like, come on, I ate the Santa, and he was hollow, man. I was just like,
yeah.
what is going on, Santa?
Like my salt.
Like-
We want $9 off scratch offs.
Yes.
Anyways, alright, let's go.
Who's
John.
reading?
Oh, okay. John wondered which one of those would happen to him, but from a distance, as if he was thinking about some person he barely knew.
I don't remember the context.
I don't either.
Oh.
His grades were good enough to get in a Koi Tech, but the process was competitive. No, he didn't have enough energy for that.
Mood.
He couldn't imagine moving away, looking for a job in a strange city. Most mornings, the most he could imagine was surviving the day. But his father wouldn't support him, and his mother didn't want him.
Dang.
Once he graduated, there'd be no way he could stay with either of them. What would happen to him then? Would he just become homeless? Sit there on the street begging for change until one night he froze to death?
Dang.
Maybe that was all he deserved.
Boy, chill.
Jack! You could do that and have that to teacher voice.
Wait. I'll try to make it like, I don't know. John, are you alright?
Sorry.
Oh,
I'm
that's
paying
it.
attention, honestly.
I didn't ask that. I asked if you were alright.
I'm fine.
No, you're not. I mean, well, be sure. Well, be sure to talk to the counselor if you're feeling bad,
I
alright?
already have one.
We're lucky to have someone like Mrs. Smith with us.
I already have. Oh, she's for the school.
Ah,
Okay.
interesting. But they say counselor, but she's prescribing medicine, so she's a psychiatrist.
Maybe she's privately his psychiatrist as well. Maybe in the daytime. she's
John,
like
why
that.
did you just become a psychiatrist? Obviously, your town needs them.
Right? Just be like, you stink. You're depressed. Here's some meds. Like,
You don't like them too bad.
I don't know. That would be awful. Don't do that in real life, please.
Please.
He had to keep it together. He remembered the lessons, but if people were starting to think something was wrong, his control was slipping. He had enough time to visit his locker in between periods. Ooh, it's getting to my favorite part. There was more Paxatine there. He still had an extra dose left for the day. This is like getting to the interesting part of the story. At least as far as I've gotten. His locker was on the bottom row, so he always had to bend down
and freaking punch someone.
there was a piece of paper sitting in the middle of his locker.
Oh, God.
Does anybody want to do note voice?
There's a no voice.
Well,
there a note
notes
voice?
pop up.
I mean, I was
So-
assuming it was the girl.
You can assume it.
Cheer up.
Yes, please keep that voice. There are gonna be more notes in the future. So like, all right, spoilers, guys. There's gonna be notes.
I wonder what
But-
Yandere wrote that.
That was all it said. Nothing on the backside. No other clues. Probably a girl's handwriting. Who left it?
I wonder.
Hey, did you see anyone messing with my locker? I don't. This is a different classmate because it doesn't say one or two. I'll do this.
Yeah, you
I'll
actually-
do it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have
Huh?
your voice.
Did some get stolen? There's way too many guys around here for me to notice. It might have been a girl leaving a note. Like, a love note? Keep dreaming, John. You think any girl's going to love your sorry butt? No.
Dang. All right.
Of
Why you
course
gotta
no
hit
one
deep,
could
huh?
love him. So you didn't see anyone? Okay, thanks.
Fantastic. Have a nice
Hey,
day.
John, you're gonna tell me she's a Canadian?
What?
I think that I don't know what that means.
It's
It's
a
like a
joke where
joke,
your
yeah.
girlfriend lives in Canada because she doesn't actually exist.
Yeah, it's
Ah.
like a joke, but I never really,
Oh, I didn't get it.
I never really hear. I kind of know what it is, but I'm heading back to
You
class.
explained
See you
it.
later. Which is really hot, right? Your imaginary
Yeah,
girlfriend
alright,
sounds
okay.
amazing. John knew he should probably just take more Paxatine and head back to class. Yet he was still holding onto the paper. He wasn't sure why. It really could just be a prank, one of the guys trying to trick him. If so, it would probably be followed by another fake note, asking him to come out of that stupid confession tree, where they'd let him wait and then laugh at him.
I'm just thinking about this tree that has a sign that just says confession tree.
No.
But for just a moment, he saw the girl watching him. Could it have been her? She didn't even say anything,
Well, I
though.
took it from you. It's mine.
Okay, any thoughts? I'll just give it to you.
But no, it's okay. Sorry.
For the time
No,
we
that
got,
was me.
for the time we got to class, John had a new theory. She felt sorry for him. He must have looked pretty pathetic, and she recognized his misguided good intentions enough to feel pity.
Dang.
The rest of the school day passed in more of a blur than usual. He might be delusional, but part of John still hoped it wasn't a prank. He headed to his locker, not daring to imagine anything, and there was another piece of paper waiting for
Oh
him.
my gosh.
They should have said that to you.
How
I'm- See, that's why I got really excited when she used that voice, because I'm like, hey!
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit, John.
Oh, poopsies. I don't say those words. It didn't even look like the same person's handwriting. The first has been beautiful calligraphy. This one was a hurried scrawl.
Wait. The music's different.
Hey, Freddie.
Hello?
But this is very
Hey, it's
funny.
red.
I'm scared.
I don't know. If it was all a prank, he no longer had any idea where they were going with this. He'd already been beating himself up over saying the wrong thing, so this was too much for John. He headed straight home to get some sleep before he cracked completely.
Da-da-da.
This girl should realize, like, he would probably just date her if she would just, like, go up to her, like, hey.
Truth. The
Yeah.
next day, the same flippin' hallway, John went as early as possible and approached his locker, anxiously. He wasn't sure what he wanted to find.
Oh.
There was no note this time, but there was a chocolate heart wrapped in foil, set in the exact center of the bottom of his locker.
Is it hollow?
Oh my god, no! John stared at it for a while, then slipped it into his pocket. and
Why
headed
would
to
you
class,
take
even though he knew he would be far too early.
It could be poisoned for all you know.
There was no way he could
Yeah.
eat it. If it was really a prank,
Jesus.
they might have slipped a laxative or
Yeah.
something inside of it. That was the kind of thing his friends thought was funny. But if it was that girl, it didn't matter now. What mattered was that somebody clearly knew his locker
Ooh,
combination
yeah,
and
that's
could get
true.
in whenever they wanted. That could be a real problem. He knew he should come up with a solution before tomorrow. But what?
Just buy
I
another
know what I would
locker.
do, but I'm going to let you guys pick again.
But
Tell a teacher.
Your job.
I know, but...
Wait, so tell a teacher, tell
Tell
Miss
Miss
Smith,
Smith.
try to keep watch on the locker, replace the locker, leave a note.
She's just
I
gonna pick
already
another
know.
lock.
I already know what I would do. You might be able to tell what I would do, but
You would tell a teacher.
no.
But what about, what
You
would
can
you do?
if you want.
What would you think? What would you do?
The lock is not gonna work. Mrs. Smith just ignores you.
Yeah, these two options are kind of dumb. I don't really know what that is
I
gonna
feel like it's
do.
gonna do nothing. You're just gonna sit there till class starts.
Yeah, and then they're gonna be like,
The
ha.
teacher's gonna be like, "Oh, you okay, John?" So just leave a note.
That's actually what I was gonna do. Yeah, just
At
leave it a
first,
note.
like, of course, personally, if I was in the situation,
I
I
would tell
would-
the teacher.
I probably would have replaced the lock to see if they can pick that. And then if that didn't work, then I would probably tell somebody about it. But
I wouldn't do that because then they know. They know that you know, and it's like you know, they're more watchful at that point.
That's
That's what I think.
This music's freaking
But I would,
creepy.
if it was me, I don't know what I'd do. I probably wouldn't tell a teacher, but I'd probably tell my friends. If that was an option, tell my friends if that was an option. I mean, if I was John, I wouldn't tell my friends because these trash friends, like, I wouldn't tell them. But like, if I'm in John's position, I would leave a note to see what they would say. I already know what the note says, but I'll read what the note
Just
says.
read the note.
Boy.
John cut a small sheet of paper from one of his notebooks, wrote
Thanks.
on the inside and set it in his locker. This would literally be me, though. If it was a prank, that ought to throw the pranksters off, and if it was someone who meant well, hopefully they just take it as a normal gratitude.
Okay.
That's a good idea, I think. He headed home, and once his homework was done, quickly fell asleep. The next morning, he thought he spotted someone outside his window, but there was no one there. Another 2-second break. Alright. When he opened his locker the next day, his note was gone.
Ba-da-da-da.
This
Stop.
music is so intense. Making an effort to set the mystery of the locker aside, John went with his friends to the rooftop for lunch. They spread out on one side, enjoying the sight of the trees below.
Yeah.
Midway through the meaningless conversation,
How does he know her name?
they said it to him. Remember, they were like, "Is that Lizzie Ross who's in your math class?"
Oh, okay.
Remember? John noticed that Lizzie was watching him from the far side of the roof. Her gaze was even more intense than before, so he uncomfortably tried to ignore her and focus on the conversation.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Pickles.
Looked like the confession trees in full bloom, huh?
You really believe those stories? True love and all that?
It works, man. I've got a buddy who just graduated. He swears he got so much cats confessing to him.
Hey, cat! Meow! Well, if he kept doing it, then it's not true love, is it? I mean, I gotta prove it.
Come on, people have been confessing there for years. So you think everyone would confess under a tree if it did nothing?
Oh, man. I think it's a tree of lust. It doesn't guarantee true love, just getting laid.
That was true. Way more guys would be into it. But mostly girls from what I've seen. What do you think, John?
I'm eating the cheese.
I think you need to get
I'm
different
eating my
friends.
lunch, okay? Leave me alone. I don't know.
Aw, don't be that way. You dream of a girl confessing under that tree, don't you?
Yeah, like that crazy stalker chick. It'd make your heart go all a-flutter if she confessed, wouldn't
Oh,
it?
she's got killed now. That tree is magic, man. I'm telling you. Even a sad sack like you could get lucky if you confess there.
Don't be stupid. It's just a tree.
Meanwhile, the tree in the background's just shedding a single tear. Whoa, someone has their pins in a twist. How do you...
I'm telling you, everybody goes there to...
Only because people like you keep telling these stories.
Ah!
There's nothing magic about the tree. People just believe it's special because everyone else says it is.
True. Facts.
Girls think the tree is romantic, so of course we're more likely to agree there. I mean, guys would have to turn someone down in front of an audience. That's all it is.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Pooey, man. What's wrong with you today?
With an attitude like that, you're never gonna get a girl.
She's right there.
Haha. You insulted the tree. I'll chicken block you now.
It will.
What?
Oh, it'll.
It'll. The tree.
The tree's gonna do it.
Oh, it'll chicken block you now. I'm sorry.
Alright.
You need new friends.
Friend.
No, she wasn't more than a friend.
I know.
That day, John couldn't get to his therapy appointment fast. My friends are gonna kill me. I insulted the tree. Miss Smith smiled at him when he came in, but immediately saw he was unhappy.
Are you okay, John? Perhaps you should be on a stronger formulation.
Girl,
I don't think
so.
No.
Well, our session should make you feel better. Lie down and get comfortable. This is
Miss
gonna be a
Smith,
long day.
Does Paxantine have any visual side effects?
Let me check my chart. I should hope not. Koi Tech
She
has the
doesn't even
highest
know.
of standards for every drug it puts out. Yeah, but that doesn't mean they follow them. And Paxitine is nearing its final clinical trial. What do you mean it's nearing its final clinical trials? Shouldn't it be done, that stuff?
Yeah, but you're not allowed to prescribe it to anybody.
He's
Maybe
one of the
he's-
clinical
He
trials.
must be one of the clinical
Just
trials.
like everyone goes to work for them.
That's
yeah,
true.
maybe that's why.
Yo, can this game be about, like, overhauling Big Pharma? Instead of... Yeah, overhaul the pharmaceutical company instead of doing this whole dating
Hey,
thing.
who knows? Maybe we'll get there. I don't know. We're getting close to the point where I, like, stopped, so I don't know much further after this.
Are you having any vision problems?
John lay back and stared out the window. Was he really seeing differently, or was it all in his head? He stared a long time before he opened his mouth and just started talking. Everything just feels so gray.
So you are having vision problems?
Not literal gray, it's just the sky today. I remember when I was younger, I always thought clouds were so beautiful.
But it's literally gray here, though.
Now it's like, there's just nothing there. Nothing that matters. I look up and I just don't care.
That sounds more likely to be a mental issue. Why don't you get more relaxed and talk about it? Stop interrupting it!
Taking a deep breath, John did his best. As usual, after talking with Miss Smith for long enough, he felt not better necessarily, but at least not miserable. Their session went by in a flash, and then he had to head home. He shuffled through his routine easily enough, slept fitfully, and then returned to school barely more rested.
Oh, look at you.
No, like, this is, like, so relatable that, like, this is really me. Like, this is how I shuffle home, go through my routine really quick, I sleep, and I wake up, and I, like, have no sleep, and, like, I have to go to school. Literally me every day. But when he arrived, he found a huge crowd standing and staring.
Okay.
The tree's cut down.
What's
Oh
going
my
on?
God. Oh, you know that tree students like to confess under.
The words made John shiver,
Oh.
even though he
You're
wasn't
probably
entirely sure why. He shifted to look through the crowd, and then he saw it.
Yeah. Oh, it was
They're
set
burning.
on fire.
I already knew this. Parts of the tree were still burning, but the rest was char and ashes coated the ground near it. His throat
Achievement
was dry,
unlocked.
as if the ashes were filling it. A special kind of romance. What happened?
The cops are coming to check it out, but the shop teacher said it looked like arson. Someone covered the tree in gasoline and burned it down. Well, okay. See, this is why we need cameras. I've been telling the principal for years, but does he listen to me? No, no one thinks.
It's right then.
Yeah.
Yeah, those words slid off his mind, and John turned away without even saying goodbye. Not entirely sure what he was doing, he stumbled straight to his locker. When he opened his locker, he discovered a folded note set in the exact center, like always.
Oh boy.
He stared at it for a long time before unfolding it with trembling hands. Ugh.
I didn't like that tree either.
A little angry
Oh.
Frowny face.
Hey.
He stared at it, at the words, as if they were a foreign language, wishing he could avoid understanding the conclusion.
I didn't like that tree either.
It was her. It had to be. None of his friends would be that insane. And what would be the point of a prank like that?
Yeah, and plus they liked the tree, so why would
Yeah.
they do that?
But what was the point of her? What did she think she'd accomplish? Should he tell someone? But this wasn't exactly evidence. And did he really want her to get in that much trouble?
That's the real
John
thing.
decided he was being stupid, like usual. He just needed to talk to her and find out exactly what was going on. Put an end to this.
Oh boy.
That day, whenever he was in the hallways, he could feel her eyes on him.
Oh,
With every
jeez.
passing moment, he became more sure that she had burned the tree down. He wondered if a normal person would be afraid now, but for him, it barely penetrated his numbness. He just wanted to find out what was wrong and put an end to it.
I might be killed. Let's find out.
It took until after school for him to find his chance. When the teacher handed out assignments, he volunteered to clean the roof.
Clean the roof.
We just jump
Wait,
off.
Is there classroom like right underneath the roof? Why would you? I'll freaking clean it.
Yeah, let me clean the roof, man. Community
Handing
service.
out assignments. Oh hey, does someone want to clean the roof?
I will.
It's not in the budget this month.
I feel like that's me though. Like nobody wants to clean. I mean, I'll do it. I got nothing else to do. Doesn't he have an appointment? Wait, doesn't he go like every day? He's skipping his appointment to clean the room.
That's why he's up there all the time.
John stepped onto the roof and headed to the far side. After a few seconds, he heard the door open again.
Oh, Jesus.
And he ignored it and instead climbed up to the tank. The upper area was meant to be blocked off, but the janitors had stopped putting up the ladder years ago.
Wait, but then how did he get up there if they stopped putting the ladder up is my question.
He turned, and to his shock, she was already coming up the ladder behind him.
Jesus.
Reaching the top, she held her hands close to her chest and shuffled her feet demurely. But there was a spark in her eyes.
Oh, boy.
Hello, Lizzie. What the heck? You're being silent, Lizzie. What is that? Are you never going to greet me?
Hello. I said it. I said it.
You said hello.
Why are you following me?
Because I
Could this girl really have burned down the tree? Didn't seem like she had it in her. Were you the one leaving me notes in my locker?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
How did you know my combination?
I watched you.
Oh, Jesus.
You left me a note. It was almost too much. I took it home and I'll keep it forever and ever and ever.
Josh realized that he was sitting way over his head. His mouth was still
Jesus.
moving, asking the inevitable question. Why did you burn it down?
Because it was a stupid tree. You're so smart. You said it just right. It was awful and stupid and I hate it. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate.
Oh, Jesus.
Uh...
Is she okay?
It's all because of you, John.
Got
I could
closer
never
to
do
me.
what needed to be done before. Now I can.
Oh, jeez.
She wasn't
Yeah.
stable. She wasn't even close. What had he gotten himself into?
I finally found you. You're the only one for me.
This is about as far as I've gotten, so this is like new information for me. So I don't know what
She's
happens.
Celery.
Part of him knew that he should do something. Run away, call for help, yet.
Jump off the
Why?
roof.
Why?
Do a somersault.
Huh?
Why do you care about me?
Yeah, that is a good question.
How can you ask that? You're the best person. The only person.
Nonsense. I'm just another high school boy. No, not even that. I'm a high school girl. I'm worthless.
To Yuri. No. Don't say that. It's not true. It's not.
I'm broken. My brain doesn't work right, and even the strongest drugs don't make a difference.
Dang.
No, that's not true, John. It's perfect. Perfect. How can you say these things?
Hello?
The way her words flowed together, addressing him directly one moment and in third person the next, bothered him almost as much as the look in her eyes. Whatever her issue was, it went deep.
Yeah, I am very
You're
concerned.
not-
Yeah.
You're not well, Lizzie. You need help.
Ah, you said my name?
I literally said it when I said hello to you. Why are you freaking out now? But I can't help you. I'm not worth anything to anyone. Just forget about me and find someone else to care about.
No, I could never. You're the only person who matters.
Jesus.
But why?
Yeah.
You don't even know me. You don't care about me. I'm just part of your problem.
No.
It would be better if I was gone.
Oh, Jesus.
Maybe
You
you'd
gonna
get
make a
better
leap
then.
for it?
That's not true. It's not. I love you, John. I've always loved you.
Oh, no.
God.
I'm scared.
I've watched you. Always. You're so good and kind and perfect. And even to a girl like me.
He could barely even listen to her words.
Oh, Jesus.
John found himself wandering closer and closer to
Oh
the
my
side
God.
of the building, and she followed him automatically.
You're so sad.
Just
But
like-
you're still kind. I don't know how. You should be broken like me. But you.
But
This
he
boy
is.
backing up. Bye.
Following you.
I can't help you. If you want to help yourself, you need to forget about me and get real help.
No, don't say that.
Stop being
Stop.
delusional.
You're confused. Yes, confused.
It's just like you.
Poor John is so depressed. He's not thinking straight. He doesn't understand how much I love him.
Okay.
He needs my help.
Hello?
The world froze for a moment as the knife glinted, and all he could do was stare at its edge.
Hello?
You just need someone to take care of you. I'll stop everyone who says unkind things.
Why
to
did you pull out the
about
knife
you.
in front of me, though? Like,
Yeah.
why? Like, that
Because
you
it
could
looks,
act-
yeah, it
It looks like
you're
she's gonna
threatening
hurt.
him.
Yeah, that looks like a threat to me.
But as soon as you said that, you know.
No, I should just take you home and keep you there, safe.
Oh,
Yes.
she's.
You just need some help.
No, she's gonna
Girl.
kidnap him?
What has she gotten? What? Where had she gotten the knife? Was she actually using it on him? No, but a second later, John realized that was a foolish thought. The girl had burned down a tree because he said it was stupid. He had no idea if there were any limits on what she might do.
Oh, jeez.
And would that really matter? He'd spent nights lying in bed wishing he had never been
Oh,
born.
boy.
Wishing he had a way to end it all.
You get that
can't
me
threaten
because I'm
me.
already getting him dead.
John,
Oh, jeez.
get away from the edge. It's not safe.
He took several steps to the very edge before she could stop him and turned around to face her.
Oh, jeez.
Back end of his shoes hung off the edge of the building. Nothing between him and
Wait,
the
wait,
fall.
Don't bring
wait,
a knife to a
wait.
suicide fight.
Wait, but there's like a fence over here? Like.
He's up here.
Oh.
He's up at the tank.
Oh, he's up at
There's
the tank.
nothing there. He's up at the tank. He can jump right over it.
But my question is, why isn't there a fence?
I don't know. My life matters so much to you. Stop toying around with me.
Oh, now they're both
No,
manipulative.
No, you don't understand.
What do you even want? To stab me until I'm yours forever? Is that it?
Never. John is so good and kind. I would never need to stab him. Please come away. I'll take good care of you.
I'm
As a
kinda-
high school girl with no job.
Yeah, high school girl that's super depressed. You won't take care of me? You can't.
Ah!
Maybe you had good intentions, but you need help. And unless you get it, you can only hurt me.
Damn.
I will. I will. Whatever you want, I promise. Just don't hurt yourself.
That's actually really sad.
Yo, I'm like,
That's
what the heck is
actually,
happening?
Like, really sad. It was a lie, of course. She was just saying whatever it took to get him to step away from the edge. I mean, I'd think that in this situation if I'm John.
Holy
I
crap.
would be very scared. It was exactly how he'd imagined it would go. He'd stand at the edge and everyone would say all kinds of lies about how much he mattered to them. Because they'd care for the first time. Not about him, but about the idea of him. But the look in her eyes, that couldn't be faked. It might be a twisted love, but she loved him utterly.
I mean, I still wouldn't call it love, but...
She needed help too. Maybe he could be the one to help her, assuming she didn't stab him. But what was he living for anyway? Lizzie, would you make a promise with
Oh,
me?
jeez, don't make promises you can't keep.
A promise?
I'll step away. I'll talk to you, or let you leave notes in my locker, or whatever it is you want.
Oh, boy.
But you have to listen to me and get some help. Can you do that?
You promise? You promise you won't leave me if I say yes?
Oh, jeez.
I won't leave you, Lizzie.
Forever.
That answer stuck in his throat and he hesitated, wondering if he wasn't making a mistake and saying too much.
Oh,
But in the end, he swallowed and
boy.
nodded. Forever.
jeez. Already?
Now, sit down the knife and I'll... Whoops! As he started to step away, John lost his balance and fell backwards. Suddenly, he was
Oopsie
in
doodle.
free fall, nothing between him and cold pavement.
Oh, shoot.
At that moment, Lizzie lunged forward, insanely fast, and grabbed his wrist. Impossibly, she held them up. Her body was thin, yet somehow she had stopped his fall and held them up with one hand.
Holy crap.
Jeez, she's strong! Her eyes held a mixture of unstable fear and twisted desire. In that moment, he knew with absolute certainty that if he had fallen,
Yo.
she would have thrown herself off after him.
Damn.
You can't die, John. You're the only one. The only one.
I'm like, just let me fall!
Am I reading it okay?
Yes,
Yo,
you're doing it really good. With that same incredible strength, she pulled him back up to the rooftop. Fortunately, she had left the knife behind when she lunged to catch him, but he was still anxious being so close to her.
I would too.
John almost died. John, I love you. I won't let anything bad happen to you.
I am scared.
Literally me, though. It was clear she was completely unstable, but was she actually dangerous? She seemed to care about him more than anything. Or was he just so pathetic that he latched on to anyone who shoved him the slightest sign of affection?
Ugh.
Worthless. You'll keep your promise, right?
Of course, of course.
Then tomorrow, we'll go talk to someone. See if we can't get you some medication.
Oh, I'm
Is that
scared.
okay?
If that's what John wants, then of course it's okay.
Then perhaps...
But I want more than that.
The music drop!
Oh my god!
I love you, John. I've told you over and over. Don't you love me too?
At least she was asking without the knife in her hand, but was there a good answer to that question? No, he had to think about it logically. She wanted him to answer yes, but that just might make her worse. The risk of saying no couldn't be ignored either, though.
Cautiously say
I
yes.
can't, because she'll know we're lying.
Or
She's
let her
smart.
down gently.
She'll know we're lying. You have to say no.
Well, I don't know. I haven't gotten this far. So I don't know what I would do. I don't know.
Because, for me, I would just be like, I will eventually.
Yeah, like, I can learn to love you.
Like, it's not real love unless it's, earned. Like, I can't just...
I'd be like, I don't love you
I'm not
now,
a fake
but I'm
escort.
sure if I was him, I'd be like, look, I don't know a lot about you. if I learn more
Yeah.
about you, I'll probably like you.
Yeah, just take it day by day, girl.
We really haven't met.
Chill.
It's the first time we're really talking, so
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell her. I would say, I mean, if it was me, that's what I would say, but that's not an option.
I'll say gently. Gently's the closest thing.
The music kicking up as you're
The
trying to...
music's like, don't do it. Can I save? Can I save
Is
this
there a
game?
save function?
What's tab do? Skip mode.
Say gently.
What's escape do? Ah,
Oh, you could
Oh,
save!
thank
I'm
God.
saving. Oh, thank
Okay.
God. I'm saving
Alright,
right
we're
here.
saved. Okay.
Oh, thank God, I didn't know how to save.
Me either.
It's the escape button. Lizzie, I don't know you very well yet.
Ah.
Do you really want me to say those words carelessly?
Ah,
See, that's exactly
yeah,
how I would.
okay.
I like that. 'Cause
Alright,
that's how
alright.
I would say it.
Ah, no, of course you're right.
Okay.
I'm stupid, so stupid.
Oh,
you
no.
could never love someone like me.
I didn't
Yeah.
say that. I want to get to know you better, really.
Ah, yes, we should get to know each other. Very.
Scared.
So desperately hope that wasn't a mistake. He hoped this all wasn't a
Oh,
mistake.
that went
Ooh.
But he
Hadn't
hadn't
been
been stabbed
stabbed
yet, and after how today had gone, that was good enough for
well. Make
him.
her throw out the knife.
Then I'll see you later, okay?
I'll be watching you, but yes, later.
Oh my
That's
God.
creepy. You're not going to do anything crazy?
No, I'm just gonna kill your fake
No,
friends.
John did reject me. That's all that matters. I have my own standards of crazy, so that's not a good question to ask.
We both need to get to class, but we'll talk tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
We need to get to class. I thought it was done. That's why he's cleaning
He
the
never
room.
cleaned it.
He never cleaned the room. The rest of the day was even more of a blur than usual. You say that every day. Everyone's voice is not even echoing in his head. John could hardly believe what he had just done. It all seemed like a dream now. Had Lizzie really pulled a knife on him? Had he really threatened to jump off the school building? Had he almost? It made him wonder if he wasn't the insane one. But no, it had really happened. For better or for worse,
Oh,
he was
jeez.
stuck in this situation. Only when he was headed to bed did John realize that he felt strangely alive,
Oh,
even
jeez.
better than after his therapy sessions. Maybe it was the brush with death. Maybe it was just having something to think about other than his pathetic existence. But he felt almost good. Maybe that meant he was crazy too, but right now he was just glad to sleep soundly.
Ugh.
And I have no idea what's going on next, because I'm not up, so this is all new for me, whatever happens next.
Yay.
Great.
I mean, I didn't expect the whole him jumping off the roof either, because I didn't know that was happening.
Honestly, I thought she was gonna, but I guess that didn't happen.
Girl lifts. Like, how? Damn, that's so much adrenaline.
I
or
kind of
something.
figured something that was eventually going to happen. I didn't know it was going to be now. Because it was kind
Yeah,
of in the
that happened
picture when you
quick.
buy the game. It's kind of in the picture.
Uh,
That her, like, it literally says,
Grabbing
like, a
your hand.
yonder, I saves you. Like,
yeah.
so, in the morning, it all seemed even more unbelievable. John sleepwalked through his routine, half certain that he would find out it had all been a dream. But when he arrived at school, he found Lizzie waiting for him by the school entrance. She looked like she could have been waiting the entire night. Yeah, I mean, nothing looks different. When she saw him, though, her face lit up.
John, you're finally here. I've been waiting so long.
Good morning.
Yes, it's a wonderful morning. I spent so long, too nervous to talk to you, afraid that you would hate me, but we had such a nice talk. Now, I'm barely nervous at all. But my heart, it still goes crazy every time you get near. John. My boss's name is John.
My grandpa's name is John.
I have no one related to me named John, but hey.
Hey, I'm
Is-
Jess. Close enough.
Isn't it horrible? Do we have to be in different classes? We should be together. Will you eat lunch with me today? Please, won't you?
Won't you?
She could sound so adorable. Normally, he'd be happy to have a girl like her asking to eat lunch together, but sure. On the roof again?
No, there might be unkind people there, and you might feel sad again. No, I have the perfect place. Under the bird tree, of course, probably.
Where is it? That's on the roof.
That's a secret. I'll
I think-
show you at lunchtime.
Or no, I guess it's not on the roof.
Okay.
He really wasn't sure how to feel about that.
Same though.
For once, John had something to look forward to or dread. He wasn't sure. The minutes seemed to crawl by until it was finally lunchtime. When he went looking for Lizzie, he discovered that she was watching behind him, completely silent, watching him. Hi, Lizzie.
Let's go, let's go. We don't need to go to the cafeteria this way.
You're probably right.
She practically dragged him away from the school and onto one of the paths in the nearby forest. Soon they got far enough that they couldn't hear any sounds from the school.
Now no one can hear you scream.
Here is perfect, just perfect.
Lizzie faced away from him, giving a soft little laugh. Then suddenly, she whirled around, thrusting something towards
Sorry,
him.
I don't actually
lunchbox.
have a laugh. I fake my laugh, so I can't make a non-fake laugh. My real
Big-
laugh is silent.
Big mood, though.
A lunchbox.
I worked really hard on this. You have to eat it. You have to.
You open it and the knife is in there.
Thanks,
It's like
Lizzie.
her hair.
Ew. She gave a little squeal
Eh.
and probably sat down on a small rock. It seemed she had a second lunchbox of her own, but she kept it on her lap until he opened his. John was braced for a horror show, but to his surprise it was just normal food. It actually looked pretty good. He took a bite, and it tasted good too. John realized that Lizzie was staring at him intensely.
Oh my god.
As if her life was on the line, so he smiled at her. It's really good.
Yay! I worked so hard on it.
Oh my god.
So, do you want to just eat together,
Or
or
are you just gonna watch me eat it?
Why won't you accept me as lover?
Okay.
We got to know each other for a whole half of a day. Why, John? Why?
That's a really intense line of conversation. Can we just chat?
Okay, tell me things. I want to know everything about you.
I'm just like, woo! Wiping off that sweat there, like.
Like, how about the math class we take together?
Yeah. What'd you get on problem number 5?
Here, John, here's all the answers. I did your test for you.
Like, where'd you get the test
I
from?
killed the teacher for the answer book.
Oh no, I'm dead!
Well, I'm nothing special.
That's not true.
She's so mad now.
Oh
Let
God,
me
this
see.
is me quick.
What to say? To spite himself, John found it easy to talk to her. The music. He was sure he was sounding like an idiot, rambling about stupid mundane topics, yet she listened to every word with rapt attention. It was bizarre to have someone actually care about his life. His father never had time. His friends were busy with their own things. Miss Smith was just listening professionally, but Lizzie really cared. He knew that she wasn't well, that her obsession was probably a sickness, yet a pathetic part of him didn't care, was just happy to have someone paying attention to him. That's so
Ow.
sad.
Yeah, that's really sad.
Only after talking for a long time did he realize that he was talking about himself like a self-centered jerk. She didn't seem to mind, but he still felt guilty. Sorry I've been talking a lot. I can do that sometimes.
Oh, don't apologize. I like listening to you talk.
You could read me the
It's
entire
been pretty
dictionary.
boring. It's been pretty boring, though. I mean, you already know a lot about me.
I want to know everything about you. I've been watching you a long time. I know all the facts, but I still don't know everything.
A long time? How long's a long time? It feels like it's been 2 days since you started watching me. Like,
This music
Oh, no,
in the
that's
background.
when I let you know I was watching you. I can't see inside your head. That's where the important parts of John are. I can't see them. I wish
Oh
there was
my
a
God.
way.
Ah!
Wait. I wish there was a way to crack your head open. See all the thoughts inside.
well, you can always just ask me what I'm thinking, okay?
Okay, you're so nice, John.
Oh my god.
Another bead of sweat.
Just dripping.
Ah!
So, Lizzie, tell me about yourself.
Oh, there's nothing to tell. I'm not important. I just want to listen to you more.
Girl, but I literally
um,
talked and I didn't want to talk either, so now it's your flip and turn. Talk.
Please.
Yes, but if I want to know more about you, don't you want to tell me?
Oh, John is so kind. I don't deserve him.
Listen, your personality's all over the place.
So, what about your parents?
I live alone now. Neither of my parents wanted me anyway.
Dang.
I'm sure that's not true. They probably...
You don't have to make me feel better. I don't mind.
You don't mind that your parents...
My father never loved me anyway, and my mother's dead now.
Okay. Hello. Hello?
My parents separated too. They never made it formal, but yeah, they're separated. Mom doesn't like to visit, and Dad is always at work, so it's like he's not really there.
You mean they... Wait.
When you're trying to read it and you're like,
Sorry.
it's
You
okay.
mean they just leave you alone? How horrible. How dare they just...
Oh,
no! Oh,
Leave my
Jesus.
family alone. Clubs! Are you in any after-school clubs?
Smooth transition.
Literally, this is what When he wasn't pulling the conversation away from troubling topics, John actually found himself enjoying their talk. Or maybe he was just happy to be talking to someone and actually managing to pay attention to the conversation.
Mood.
He finished every bite of lunch without thinking about it. Given the way she stared at the last crumbs while he finished them, that was probably a good thing. Too late, it occurred to him that she might have tampered with the lunch. Yet, as she stared down at him, so pleased that he enjoyed it, John couldn't believe that she would do anything bad to him. As soon as he had thought that, he remembered the tree and shivered involuntarily. Oh. After school, John had barely gotten out the door when he spotted Lizzie following him.
Wait, do you want to save or?
Why do you
How
want
long
to
is this
stop?
game?
I don't know, probably gone. Why?
How about we stop here?
We stopped here?
Yeah, John and Lizzie had their little date.
Alright, that was the end of the day.
But
Well,
you
let's just get him home. Or something.
Is
Yeah,
there
let
home
him-
now?
Well, let's let him, like, go to sleep. Like, that could
Okay.
be our closing
Yeah,
point
yeah.
for the episodes. He can go to sleep.
Yeah.
It seemed as though she was stalking him at first, but when he made eye contact, she gave him a sweet smile and skipped forward.
John, let's walk home together.
That skip seemed more like she, like, skated over, slid over, like, hey! like he's trying to walk in, and she, like, slides in front of him, like, in one of those animes, like, hello!
You want to buy some blades? No, blades are for skating. Yeah, dang
Like,
it.
Oh
dang
god,
it.
it's been radical 90s.
Do we live in the same direction?
No, but that's okay.
No, but don't worry. I'll walk back to my house later.
Which meant she did know where he lived. He really needed to be more cautious. Maybe we could do something else. You remember I promised.
Yes.
Oh, is he gonna take her to therapy with him?
Probably. Getting medicine and therapy has really helped me a lot. I hope it will help you too. Now, I think the easiest thing to do would take you to Miss Smith's.
No. No, I hate her. She's awful and she wants to take you away from me.
Yeah, because she's stalking him, so she totally knows. Wait a second now. That's not true. She just wants to help.
John is too nice. He can't see what kind of person she is. I have to protect him.
Whoa, Lizzie, wait. Calm down. If you don't want to talk to Miss Smith, we can do something else, alright?
Okay.
Bless
Sorry.
you.
She just broke her promise.
Literally,
Mood.
well, she didn't. Well, I guess he said that she would do what he wants. Yeah, so that's wrong. But taking medication doesn't have to be for Miss Smith.
True.
So,
I know, like with this next game.
yeah, so probably best not to choose a woman. There had to be a male koi tech. Yep, I'm a female.
Pharmaceutical.
Pharmacist in town. Maybe one of them could prescribe something. I'm like, yeah, but I'm a female. But he really wasn't sure how that worked. He had been counting on Miss Smith to guide the process, but now
I mean, you
he'd
could
have
still-
to figure it out himself.
You can still ask her about it.
Lizzie, I need to do a little research first. Is that okay?
Okay, I'll follow you.
Maybe it would be easier if I did it myself.
No, I don't like that idea.
I'll see you tomorrow, okay? You can bring another lunch.
Okay, see you tomorrow, John.
She's like, no!
She's like
And then-
changing with the flip of a switch.
well, it's like, no, and then it's like, but I'll see you tomorrow. You can bring your lunch. Like, you could do that for me. Like,
Sorry.
bye! He hoped that medication would help her stabilize. After all, she'd be cute if... Why exactly was he doing this? He had told
That's a
himself
big
it was to
question.
help her and make sure no one got hurt, but now he was hoping she could become normal and stay with him. Pathetic. He couldn't get a girlfriend normally, and so he had to take advantage of some poor girl's obsession. For now, it didn't matter. She really did need help, and he might be able to get her to it. It was just a question of how. The best way was probably to ask for advice, either from Miss Smith or a pharmacist. Nah, you should stop seeing Miss Smith now. She'll
Probably.
gonna die.
Yeah.
He could try to research some himself, though he doubted he'd be any good at it. And he supposed it wouldn't hurt to ask if she was taking anything else or had allergies or something. Dang it! He should have done that earlier. Now it was too late.
Come back. Hello.
Hey, she's back. Johnston realized that she was still following him. He shouldn't have been surprised. Okay, so asking her was still an option. Why didn't he just ask her to walk with her? I would have been like, girl, walk with me. Like,
If you're gonna follow me, just
yeah,
walk with
like, that would make her happy. So, but he only had so much time before he had to get home and do his schoolwork, so he needed to choose carefully.
Oh,
shoot.
now you can
Oh,
say
no.
Here's the thing, we're not gonna do homework because we already accepted we're gonna be homeless.
it.
And you guys don't want Mrs. Smith. The library, we're gonna find nothing. Where are you gonna find the library? Why
We
don't
could
just-
talk to Lizzie. Pharmacist.
Or just go home
I don't
early.
think this is a good idea. The pharmacist, what if it's a female?
What if a man?
Research in the library. She's gonna follow us
Lizzie's
anyways.
just gonna be like, I love you, I love you. I don't know about allergies, I love you, blah, blah, blah.
She might answer.
Right, we could try.
I mean, in the
Try.
library it wouldn't be too bad, though.
We could try every option, just go back to the save.
Do you want to try every option?
Yeah, like,
Do you want to talk to Miss Smith?
No.
No.
What about the pharmacist?
I don't know.
Let's
How
talk
easy?
to Lizzie first.
Yeah.
John walked on the street until he was sure that Lizzie was slinking after him. She slinky dog now? He then turned and waved to her. She waves back.
Hi, John. Did you change your mind? Can we go home together? I knew you.
No, that's so mean. Why would he say no?
No.
Nah, nah. Nah, not really. I just wanted to check with you. Are you taking any medication right now? Have you had any bad reactions in the past?
Oh no, I've never taken anything.
Her
My
face.
mother always took too many drugs. It scared me when I was little.
Well, that's all.
I see. Are you sure you're really alright taking medication now then?
Aw, John is so considerate. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I see you take your medicine every day to try to get better. I want to be like you.
Okay, good, I think. I hope it will help.
I'll take anything you give me, John.
Hello?
Little boy, leave me alone.
Poison's hurt and she
Yeah,
freaking
literally, I was
dies.
just about to be like, cyanide.
No.
You go now! I feel like he didn't learn anything. Stepping out on the street, he
Get hit by a
glanced at
car.
his watch and decided he had some more time to research his options.
Better.
Oh, okay, we get to do it again. That's good.
How about we save here then? Because we needed the information. We can't get our medicine unless we know this stuff. Alright. Home early's dumb. Miss Smith is gonna end with Miss Smith dying. So
Probably she's gonna die at some point.
how about the
anyways, but-
pharmacist?
Okay. John explored the part of town where he thought he remembered a
Oh,
Koitek
good.
pharmacy. Turned out his memory was right. It was staffed by a male pharmacist.
Ah.
Middle-aged man gave him a perfunctory nod and listened patiently enough as Jack described Lizzie's symptoms without mentioning her directly. Let's do
Oh, yeah, I guess I will since you two have been...
Yes.
I'd recommend Paxatine or Cerazine. Either one...
No, that's not enough.
Excuse me? Young man, I don't think...
I'm on Paxatine. This isn't that simple of a problem. I'm worried she might hurt someone.
I see. Is there something you should tell me, young man?
No, I just wanted to help. I wish someone had made me get some help earlier, and I want to be that person for her.
Huh. If the condition is serious, I do have 2 suggestions. You'd need a blood test to prescribe either one, though.
What do you suggest?
Either... Oh, jeez. Nilazine? Nilazine?
Nilazine?
Either Nilazine or Yandequil.
Yandequil!
Yandequil! Yandequil!
It sounds like,
Yandere
that-
quelling.
Oh my god, it sounds like, the medicine you're taking, like NyQuil. It sounds like NyQuil, like Yandequil.
I just hear Yandere quell.
Yandere
Nalazine
NyQuil.
is better if the problem is mental. Yandequil if the problem is emotional.
Both.
Unfortunately, it was
Probably
probably
both.
both.
Thanks for letting me know about those. I'll see if I can't convince her.
Not many people your age would go to so much trouble for a classmate. You're a good kid.
Strangely, the man's word actually made John feel better. Maybe he really was doing the right thing with all this. It was getting late, and he realized he needed to get home quickly. I think that's a good option that we picked.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. If he wanted to have time to do his homework, on his way back, he was sure that Lizzie was following him, but couldn't get a clear view of her. At least it was only one more day until the weekend.
So do you want to just stay here?
Yeah, we can say this will be the end of the day. We'll be in slot 4.
Yeah, and it looks like there are multiple slots, so...
Well, we can stop here. So we're in slot 4.
Yeah, we already saved that. Yeah.
I saved multiple times already, so that can be it for now.
Yeah, and then in the next one, we could actually explore other options if we wanted to.
Well,
You cautiously say yes, and you freaking get shanked and die.
Alright, well, thanks for helping. Helping.
Help.
Watching.
Thanks for helping us in our emotional states.
Thanks for watching. We'll probably continue this at some point.
Yeah.
I have to edit this and everything. But it was fun. I mean, did you guys enjoy it with DeAndre?
I had a good time.
I thought it was funny.
Having a good time.
I like the music in the background.
I gotta find out how long this game is, that way we can, like, schedule to finish this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
Because we can always try to meet, like, next week or something.
Yeah, that way we have this finished, that way we're not stressed about it.
Alright, well, thanks for watching, guys.
Hey.
So, you can see us probably in the next part that we'll make, like, eventually, like, years later.
Yeah,
But hey.
see you in 3 years.
Yeah, like really. Thanks for stopping by. Stomp some pickles while you're out, so Pickle can be happy.
Stop them.
If you see any Andres, be cautious.
Please.
I don't recommend you throw yourself off a roof,
Give us
so
any
don't do
Yondequil.
that.
Yeah.
Nephroxine.
Yeah, give him some Yondequil. That sounds great. Don't actually.
Now I'm gonna go eat this cherry chapstick. Bye, guys.
Need my Slim Jim. Bye.